I don't remember the date. The date's not important in these kind of folklores.
It was the first date of the Casper and the Cookies West Coast tour.
But the setting, I do remember, it was the Flaming Flying Burrito Monkey art space.
Kind of industrial section of Huntsville.
It was one of those ambiguous venues. I don't know what it was. It was like probably squatters. It was the first night of that lineup, if I remember. And John Adams was with us as well. After we're done playing, and probably another band is playing, I don't even remember.
A band called Thomas Function. We just cleared off and they started playing, and about a song and a half in,
2 guys came in. They were fighting as they came in.
Rather large fellows, probably both about 6'5".
The one guy really seemed pretty intent on beating the crap out of the other guy. At that point, I just kind of backed up because I didn't want to be in a fight. It's our first night of the tour.
And I'm maybe 3 days removed from being a professional bouncer at that point. So my instinct is to jump in, and that's what I do.
And I breathe a little sigh of relief, knowing that my services won't be needed.
But Jim got in there, broke him apart for a minute. But just for a second, because then somebody said something.
Then I see one guy hobble away, and he comes back. He's got a stick as tall as he is in his right hand.
Stick guy grabbed his stick and went after non-stick guy, who I actually at this point don't remember at all. But when stick guy picked up his stick, Jason, little Jason, thought that he should intervene.
I think, holy shit, this guy's about to have his face smashed in. I decide, since I'm short, I must be invisible. And therefore, if I were to grab the stick and throw it across the room...
Now, this guy was pretty much twice Jason's size, so I don't know what he was thinking.
So I time my move, and I get in there, and I grab a stick, and I go about 2 steps and throw it into the corner, thinking, calamity avoided again. And then I feel this sharp pain on the side of my head.
Stick guy was not very happy about this.
Decides that the faster route, rather than trying to get the stick back from Jason, is to grab him by the hair and start whipping him around in circles. And that's what he does, and that is a more effective strategy. He was correct in that assumption.
It sort of felt like if you took one of those little dolls with neon pink hair that people used to put on the ends of their pencils, you sort of twirled it around in the air.
I think this is probably the point at which Kay probably blacked out. This is when the rage totally took control. She doesn't have any real... she'll probably tell you differently, but she doesn't remember any of these events after this happens. She sees Jason being flung about.
And this was the point where I got involved. I didn't want Jason to get hurt. I saw the guy. He made a violent move toward Jason, and I flipped out.
She pounces into action. She jumps on the guy's back, and she performs some kind of like AAA collegiate college wrestling move, some kind of chokehold.
And I jumped on his back and put him in a chokehold and knocked him to the ground. Yeah, the adrenaline was going,
She completely cuts off all oxygen delivery to this guy's brain and vital organs with some kind of Vulcan move. And he instantly, all life is cut from his body. He falls to the ground. And she kind of stands up and brushes the dirt off of her shoulders, and she says,
"Not my man." But, I'll trust Jim on that one because I don't really remember. I was a little angry.
What a woman. And then we found out he was recently released from jail. He had a bum leg.
Became clear pretty quickly that, the stick was a walking stick. So the fact that I brought down a gimpy guy, yeah, he was big, but he was gimpy.
So Mr. Tall Walking Stick guy gets into his pickup truck. He skids around in the gravel parking lot. He opens his window and he says,
"To the dude who I hit, yeah, I'm sorry I hit you, but you shouldn't have got in the way. And somebody buy his wife a beer." I don't think anybody ever bought me a beer for that either. So if you want to buy me a beer, I'm willing.
It's like a scene out of that Patrick Swayze vehicle, Roadhouse. You know, when I guess that means that we were the Jeff Healey band.